Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:02. Welcome to The Lock Shop. Thank you very much for being here today. It is Super Bowl week. Let's get after it. The Lock Shop and all of Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Download the Play Alberta app today or check out playalberta.ca. You click on the EST specials page and our Nielson Show early bird bets go up there. Jay's Play of the Day goes up there. The Screw It, Let's Do It goes up there. Anything from the Lock Shop will be up there as well. And continue to build on all of our Super Bowl plays as well as you work our way towards the big game. Thank you very much for being here today. If you are listening on TuneIn or iHeart, you can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. And if you are watching over on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us as well. And feel free to hop in to the chat. Maddie Wanek is with me today. Maddie, congratulations on a successful CFL tampering show there on the Hangout today.
It's always fun talking some CFL.
I listened to a good chunk of it.
Murray said afterwards, hey, we didn't even mention the Oilers once. And it's like, yeah, we don't need to because there's a lot of discussion on the station overall on the Edmonton Oilers, obviously since Saturday, and there'll be some throughout the next few days as well and the rest of today. But it is free agency in the CFL, and just like any other free agency, we would talk about it. So the Elks were busy once again, and also, the rest of the league, lots to discuss, and there's lots to get to, so we wanted to talk about it.
I had somebody come to me and say that they're ruined, like insiders are ruining free agency. But I said, this is free agency. Like, this is it now. Like, you just said, like, you should, like, he was like, oh, now next Tuesday is going to suck. I'm like, do you not realize what's happening today?
Yeah, just pay attention.
Like, you're getting news of everybody signing today.
They should move it to Monday.
Just because it's a Sunday.
Have us discuss it, like all radio stations
in the morning.
Have people discuss
that's a good point, buddy.
Like maybe move that to this Monday so that there's a more discussion throughout the day of what's going on with all that stuff. But yeah, it's basically free agency. This is what it is.
That's what it is. It was awesome yesterday.
Well, and look at the NBA, free agency opens, but you can't officially sign a contract till like mid-July or whatever it is. But we all know what's happening. It's the same as, or in the NBA, you make the trade at the draft day, but you have to wear the other team's hat still, even though we know you're getting traded because the official league.
Even though it's a done deal.
So it happens in other leagues too. There's with these weird quirks and stuff like that. So the NHL, I do remember one year where they had like a tampering window. I do remember it.
There was, yes.
And there was a couple of deals announced that we knew that these teams are going to be signing. And then we got to July 1st and it was just made official. So yeah, you just view this as free agency day.
Yeah.
And next week it just, okay, did it go official? Did it actually go through?
It should be today though.
Yeah.
Having it on a Sunday, you're killing the chance of, like having breaking news coming during the Hangout or during the morning show. It should start at like 9 o'clock Eastern on a Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern on a Monday.
Even noon.
And then just let it go. Whatever,
Eastern,
noon's fine too. You might as well take the
time.
whole day. Like, anyway, yeah, no, it was, See, well, we'll get into it as we work our way through this thing today for sure. How was the fun spiel, buddy?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very fun. Congratulations to Liquid Beaver, who are the EST Fun Spiels presented by Hammer Injury Law
Champions.
Champions.
Ended up taking her home, eh?
Shout out to Casters Castaways, who are Pool B champs. Shout out to William Mike Spear for Pools D champions. And then shout out to Team EST, skipped by Koskinen, as we were Pool C champions.
So what that roster look like? What was the team?
So it was him and Cameron. They were together with, the first game was Gager and Trev. Second game was Trev and Zach. Third game was Zach and Jasmine. And then when we got to the semifinals and the finals, it was myself and Trev for both of those. And all four of us curled like hell.
You guys just lights out.
We were, I don't think.
So these other two guys were ringers though, or what?
Well, they curl on a regular basis. They were good.
Yeah.
But honestly, Trev and I actually played extremely well.
Really?
I don't think I've ever curled that well in my life. Not even close.
And you guys didn't even give up a point?
I don't think we
either
did.
Game? Wow.
Did we give up a point in the last game? We may have
how
given
many
up a
games
point.
did you guys end up playing?
Well, you play max 5. You could play.
So
you put minimum
5.
4. Yeah.
So you played 5. Wow! Congratulations.
But EST, we got a little bit of a championship. Pool C champs, baby. Can't go in and win it all.
No,
that's
not
just
first
mean. At our event, you just can't go do that. Second,
I mean, I'm not even sure we should win a C.
We're not going to throw it.
Oh, I guess not. But
hey, Eric's team, they fell again. Shout out to Hammer Injury Law. They were there. I hope they had a great time.
Did they actually have a team, or were they just chilling?
They
They did. Okay,
and
good.
they had a bunch of people chilling, and they beat Eric's team.
I wish I would have been there to meet them.
They took down Eric's team.
Did they?
Yeah.
And
They were
Eric
very
was
excited about
Eric, Danny.
Eric, another Eric, and Jay.
Oh, Glue Guy was with them.
Yeah, and so they fell, and then we were all in Pool C. There could have been an EST versus EST final.
Oh, that would have been fun. That would
But
have been
Raider
entertaining.
Jesse's team, Britain, two anchors, they took down Eric's team, and then we took down their team. So
Really?
it was fun. It was a fun time by I think all that day. So yeah, it was a nice way to kick off the majors for EST this year. And yeah, congratulations once again though to Liquid Beaver and his team as they get the big prize. And the champs from last year lost to our team in the Pool C. They fell all the way to Pool C.
Are you serious?
And then we took them out.
Cliff?
Yeah, Cliff and
You guys
Kev.
beat Cliffy?
And Kev, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. You guys buried the lead. I didn't know you guys beat Harris.
Stole a couple.
I just thought Harris wasn't in it if they wow.
Stole one or two in the first. We stole in the second, I think. And did we steal? And that's where I think we stole in the third as well. So like we may have shut them out. I'll have to ask. Well, Kev might not be happy if I ask him right now. But yeah, we not only did we go and win Pool C, we took the champs out to go do it.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
I can't believe they fell down to Pool C. They must have been in a stacked group or something.
No, I tried spacing them all out when I do the pooling of all that.
Really?
I don't want a stacked group. Also, thank you to Gavin and the Shamrock who do a great job running it. And Drift, the amazing meal.
Yeah.
Once again, same meal as last year. Plenty of food. It was absolutely delicious. So there was a brisket that we had with mac and cheese and apple coleslaw and some cornbread muffins and all that. It was excellent. It was excellent.
Good to hear. And I missed it. I had a little bit of FOMO. I was having a great time, but I had a little bit of FOMO. You're just like, man, wish I could be two places at once. This is why I need to clone myself.
The good news is we got the, it's not a major, but the Players' Championship is coming up this weekend.
That is a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a good time. I'm distracted because Big Uke sent me the grandest of parlays for today. So Mammoth money line, Islanders money line, Sharks versus Hawks, both teams to score 2. And then Matty, you tell me this one. This is you must know this one. Heart of Midlothian FC 3-way versus St. Mirren FC.
I believe that's Scottish soccer.
The Heart of Midlothian. I saw that come through. I was like, what are we doing here?
Scotland.
And then they sent a little... send another one over.
That's Scottish League. Scottish
Nice
Premiership.
guess.
I'm trying to get our Super Bowl Play of the Day 2 back up, too. I've asked for that.
Yeah, what happened? Which one was that? Why is that?
I think I didn't ask initially to have it up till the Super Bowl, so the next day I took it down.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get that one back up there because we've got the 3 other plays up there on Play Alberta right now. Play 1, which Dustin and I built last week, first quarter total 9+ points. Day 3, Jay and I built Drake May and Sam Darnold, passing total over 447.5 yards. That's plus 200. And then Eric and I built, because those extra novelties were thrown up there. What headgear will Bad Bunny wear during the halftime show? We said no hat, plus 400.
Did you dive into his history of hats and concerts? That's what I worry about.
I Googled Bad Bunny concerts, and I looked at Google Images. And I would say the vast majority of the times I looked, there was no hat. When he was performing, there was no hat. And if it was performing, it was more of a baseball cap. I saw one picture of the straw hat, but it was generally I saw when he was performing, I didn't see a hat. So I felt comfortable going with.
I see the one straw hat. I see a backwards cap. I see a toque. That must have been. You're right. I mean, there's a lot of.
Is in there?
There's a lot of performance with no hat for what the odds are on it.
So that's why we felt comfortable with going Super Bowl Play of the
He
Day.
does have a good head of hair.
And it's the Super Bowl. Are you looking to go with the hat, or are you going to look like to go another way? So I actually feel really good about that plus 400 value. I didn't even know we got it boosted from.
Now the further I scroll down, I'm seeing some hats.
Yeah, exactly. The further you scroll down.
Well, we'll have to see how it goes. That's exciting, though. I mean, that's a good bet to have. You don't have to worry about the length of the song. You don't have to worry about this or that. You don't have to worry about a performance.
You know right away.
As soon as this guy, and is that how they do it? Because what if there's a concert? What if there's a change, a costume change, and in his second song, he's wearing a hat?
Oh, that's a good question.
Have you got to the bottom of that yet?
No.
Because I would like to know. Because that, to me, that might be why it's such a big number. Because let's say he does, what's he going to do? 6 songs? 7 songs?
Oh, no.
How many songs? 11 songs?
Total number of songs played over under 11 and a half is what the line is
I'm
set.
going to take the under.
But don't forget there's the melody. So he'll take like a portion of one song and go into the other.
Okay, so let's say that he does a melody and it's 20 seconds in one song. That counts as a song.
That counts as a song. How many different songs did he perform?
This is really tough for me because I don't know one. So, I mean, for all I know, it's all gonna sound exactly the same for all 11.
Well, they do have on Play Alberta first song, last song. I did use Spotify because this did work for the Grey Cup a couple of years ago. DTMF is one of the most streamed songs on Spotify ever of Bad Bunny. That's plus 600 for first song. So if you're looking for a little something there.
Would you close with your most popular one ever, though?
Well, last song, it's plus 220.
Oh, yeah, so that's a smaller number.
And then there's, what's the other one? Nue Viol is plus 380 for first song, and that has got a lot of streams as well. It's number 3 of popularity on Spotify.
I feel so lame and old for not knowing a single Bad Bunny song.
Who did Super?
But I also know it's not in our language, right? So
yeah, throughout January, him and Taylor Swift were switching spots for most streamed artist on Spotify for each day.
Geez, that's pretty good because she was still rolling off that fresh new album too.
Who's
My kids listen to Opalite all the time. What's
Kendrick
that?
Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Somebody said he was the crow's nest pass at the Grammys last night, winning everything, just crushing people. I didn't follow the Grammys.
Bad Bunny?
I couldn't. No. Kendrick Lamar. Or maybe that's all-time Grammys.
Super Bowl, how many songs did he sing? I want to see what Kendrick Lamar had for songs.
I bet you he was
year.
under 11 and a half.
He performed a total of 10 during last year. And then it was Usher the year before. Usher did 12 to 14, they say. Performed a medley of approximately 12 to 14.
What do you mean
Google,
approximately?
This is Google AI, so it's not full.
I was good. Okay. You know, Google AI helped me today.
How so?
Because I said, what was the Oilers' record before the Skinner trade and after the Skinner trade? And it spit it out instantly.
Yeah, but there's sometimes those could be a little off.
No, I'm fully believing it.
So
I'm fully in. I thought it was very convenient.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Big Maple says he's going to go over. So I also, how easy is his music to? How similar are all the songs that the medley could go naturally into the other one?
I would not want to be that guy. I would not want to be the guy who's in charge of determining exactly how many songs.
Well, the set list
he's going to bring to the table.
Set list,
and you can also bet on who comes out with him, or who
does he have an appearance?
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl. Do I have set list here? Yes, I do have him at the set list. So Kendrick Lamar.
Does it say the exact moment he killed Drake or not? All right, that was a cool hip hop reference.
Number one song was, quote unquote, it was unknown. It was unreleased, referred to as Bodies from the GNX teaser. This is what setlist says.
An unreleased song.
It says, which is a bet, too. Is he going to perform an unreleased song, Bad Bunny, on Play Alberta? Squabble Up, Humble, DNA, Euphoria, Man at the Garden, Peekaboo, Luther, All the Stars,
Wait, he had
Not
a song
Like
called
Us,
Peekaboo?
and TV Off. Yeah. It was a live debut, shortened. Not Like Us snippet into outro. So they have it all figured out. They know.
All right.
So,
well, we'll take their word for it. All right, so we'll have that. Coming up. We'll get into. Well, maybe we'll just stick with this. Let's do our Super Bowl play of the day first. Here,
they've added a bunch of things that I haven't seen from last week. Who will be Super Bowl MVP mentioned first? God or Jesus is minus 169. Then teammate, city, coach.
I hope. Can you vote for Sam Darnold mocking the Vikings and Jets first?
Did not mention any of the above. Is plus 3,000. So yeah. They also have what commercial will be aired first. Pringles or Pepsi, Pepsi or GoDaddy, Bosch or GoDaddy, Hellman's or Lay's, Kinder Bueno or Manscaped, Manscaped or Doritos, Doritos or Budweiser. There's all sorts of different ones that you can play there at Play Alberta.
See now,
those are fun.
I don't want that. Like, I'll just say it. I would cheat. Like if I knew the order of the commercials, I would somehow have my buddies bet on it for me. End of story. I don't even blame the guys. Like if somebody does do it, I'd be like, good for you, man. I would have done the exact same thing.
Jay and I talked about it last week about like the Gatorade shower. You telling me that an assistant or whatever isn't seeing what that is and texting people going, it's blue.
Yeah, I would do it. I don't even blame them for it. How can you blame them for that? Now, you think I would have to think that whoever sees or fills the Gatorade that day must have to sign an NDA the morning when they get to work.
Right, but if you're anyone and just somebody takes a drink and you're looking at that
on the sideline and you see it.
Like, you're some camera operator walking around.
The odds on Gatorade color must shut down right before the game begins.
Okay, but somebody during warm-ups goes and grabs one. You're some camera operator. You're watching around. Like, if you're one of those have those big cameras. Like, are you not? Those have great zooms. Are you not zooming in on someone and then like texting everyone?
I'm gonna text Farhan and be like, "Get me the color of the Gatorade. I'll cut you in 20%. Let's go."
Or just do double the bet and half of it's his.
No, I'm taking the risk here. It's he'll get 20%.
There's no risk. He's taking the risk. You're taking.
He's not taking the risk. I'm the one who's actually placing the wager, which would be deemed questionable by some.
Completely in trouble and lose his credential.
Yeah, we're both taking
that
risk.
Story after the Super Bowl. Why is it Farhan on the field? Oh, he texts Dusty the Gatorade bet.
Meanwhile,
caught
I'm
and got
sitting here
kicked
just
out.
counting dollar bills. I think that would be good. All right, 780-218-9999. Northside Sandwich says, you're telling me I can't bet live Gatorade color? I mean, I just don't think you would be able to have that up during the game because people would start drinking Gatorade, and then you probably, that one would be a little
That's
sketchy.
why I think warm-ups will still be there. Okay, actually, Play Alberta is up until 4:30, till kickoff.
So, yeah.
So if somebody's in warm-ups, just like, I need to go get a quick...
I'm going to need that.
And again, if you're...
if I was on the sideline, I'd pretend I was choking on something. Be like, hurry, give me something to drink.
You're some special teamers. You're doing your stretches. I just need a quick... You go head over, grab a sip.
So now you're talking about the player doing it.
Text everyone in your family.
Now we're getting carried away. I mean, there's a difference.
Text everyone in your family.
And then you come play in the CFL. Right? You're not going to play down there anyway. You might as well cash in and then come up to the Canadian Football League. Okay, let's do our Super Bowl play today. We'll get it over to them right away, and then we'll look at some CFL stuff, some NHL stuff. All right, so we got a pretty good mix already. What else did they throw for these big game specials? Record specials, novelty. You could bet the exact same score as last time they met, eh? Plus 35,000. Patriots 28, Seahawks 24.
Also, they added record specials.
Yeah, I saw those too.
There's some that's definitely game sense is going to be needed for some of those ones.
Why? What's
Well, it's like any player to break Super Bowl passing touchdown record, which is 7+ touchdowns. That's plus 20,000.
Plus 20,000. Might be worth a sprinkle. Can you imagine if somebody's on that and we're at the party together? That would be great.
Oh, they're paying for everyone's meal at that point.
Eric said you guys went through the landmark that'll be shown first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Golden Gate.
Although we don't know. So what happens if...
There's no reason to start with Alcatraz, man.
We're saying if it's a wide shot, you'd have both in it.
And they're both on it?
Who wins?
Well, it'd be void then, I think. If they both come on the screen at the exact same time, they'd have to void it. Or do they both win?
Well, that's my point. If they're on at the exact same... Because there is an angle where you can have Alcatraz with Golden Gate all in one shot. If you're shooting from one side towards San Francisco downtown, they could both be in the shot.
You know, the director of the Super Bowl broadcast could set himself up for life. Unauthorized person.
Just a close-up
just
of
with
Alcatraz.
all of the
most
things.
close-up of Alcatraz you can get.
Yeah, like just
so it hits.
Right here, Alcatraz plus 300. Unauthorized person enters field of play. Yes, plus 300. No, minus 500.
Do you remember this last year, though? I think it was last year. Somebody won the bet, or somebody did jump on the field, and their friend had bet on it, and that bet wasn't paid out.
Oh, yeah. Did they get that got canceled?
Mm-hmm. And the guy ended up having to go to jail and didn't even get his money.
That sucks. Combined jersey numbers of all touchdown scores, including overtime. This would be a really way to go full degen at the party. We're keeping track of all of the touchdown scores numbers. Let's try to. Can you bring up the rosters? Because the number is set at 123.5. Okay, Kenneth Walker wears what, number 9?
Okay, so we want the we want the Seahawks. And we want the Patriots.
123.5.
Okay.
For the total number on their jerseys.
So who did you want?
Well, no, I'm curious. Like, give me so what's JSN's number? Walker's number 9. I know that.
Walker's 9. JSN is 11. Cooper Kupp's 10.
Okay.
Sam Darnold is 14.
He's not going to run one in though. So, but anyway, Darnold's 14. But what's Barner? Their tight end.
88.
Damn.
Those tight ends are the tough ones there. Although Arroyo, how did he do this year?
Barner one really that was.
He's 18. He only has 1 touchdown this season. He hasn't done anything.
Okay. Rashid Shaheed. 83.
22.
Oh, 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobo is 19. That's
okay too.
And then Young is 83. He's their wide receiver, but he didn't have a touchdown this year.
I wouldn't worry about it. So Barner at 88 is the one that's really the only backbreaker. That's okay. And then what about the Patriots? They must have some higher numbers.
Drake May's 10.
He's 10.
Trayvon Henderson's 32. Ramondre Stevenson is 38. Stephon Diggs is 8. Demario Douglas is 3. Matt Collins is 13. Jalen Hurd is 13. Kyle Williams is 18. Hunter Henry's 85. Austin Hooper's 81. CJ Dupre is 82. And Jake Westover's 37. That's all their tight ends.
Yeah, basically, if Henry or Barner are to get a touchdown, you're screwed. But outside of that, I think it's a pretty live bet.
So what's the number?
Unless it's minus 112 over 120. The number's 123.5. So let's say how many touchdowns are going to be scored in this game? 6?
Okay.
6 touchdowns, maybe?
So let's
say there's 6 touchdowns. 6 would be close to the total because you're mixing some field goals. So let's say there's 6 touchdowns. Let's say Kenneth Walker gets one of them. Let's say JSN gets one of them. Let's say Stevenson's 38. He gets one of them. Drake May runs one in. That's 10. Cooper Kupp comes up in a big game. He's number 10.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs is 8. What's Butte? Butte. What's his number?
9.
Okay, perfect. So one of those guys. So, I mean, if you do the math on that, that's 20, that's 58, 68, 78, 86. And that's with what's with Stevenson at 38. Like, as long as a tight end doesn't score a touchdown in this game, I think you'd probably do pretty well. Those are the really only killers. Unless Stevenson, even if Stevenson got 2 touchdowns here, we'd still be under the 123.5. We're going to do this, and then Barner and Henry are going to score in each of the first drives, and then it's over. What do you think? You like the over or the under here? That's 6 touchdowns.
So we've got what's the number you got?
I've got 6 touchdowns here.
And what is that
and
equal?
It's at 86.
And what's the line?
123.5.
123. So 6. Okay, well, how many touchdowns were scored the last couple of Super Bowls? And it's just touchdowns, right?
Yes, it says combined jersey numbers of all touchdown scores, including overtime.
Okay, let's see what happened last year. How many touchdowns were scored last year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touchdowns last year. And that was a 40-22 game. The year prior.
Wait, there were 7 touchdowns scored in a 40-22 game?
That's how I think so.
Okay, well, that's really tons of field goals.
Okay, let me take a look again. Let me make sure I'm not messing anything up.
40-22, 62 combined points with just 7 touchdowns.
Jalen Hurts touchdown, field goal, interception for a touchdown, A.J. Brown for a touchdown, field goal, Devonta Smith touchdown, Xavier Worthy touchdown, field goal, DeAndre Hopkins touchdown, Xavier Worthy touchdown. Yeah, that's all that there is. So that's 7. The year prior,
like 5 touchdowns.
The year prior, you had McCaffrey touchdown, Valdez-Scantling touchdown, Jennings touchdown, Hardman touchdown. There was only 4 touchdowns, a lot of field goals. Year prior to that, I'm only going to do 4 of them, I think. Year prior to that, Jalen Hurts touchdown, Kelsey touchdown, Brown touchdown, defensive touchdown, Hurts touchdown, Pacheco touchdown, Tony touchdown, Moore touchdown, Hurts touchdown. There were 9 that year.
9 touchdowns.
That was a 38-35 score. And then the year prior to that, and this is the last one I'm going to do, just going to do 4. Beckham touchdown, Kupp touchdown, Higgins touchdown, Kupp touchdown, 5 in a 23-20 game. So I think you're with these.
Old
two
Gill
teams,
is
like,
saying go over because he thinks Henry's going to get 2 touchdowns. They just screwed no matter
I'm
what.
thinking 7 to 8 touchdowns in this
8
game.
touchdowns in this game? Seahawks defense has been really good. Eight
You have
touchdowns.
6?
I've got 6 here,
I
and
think
we're at
there's
86. So if we're okay, so the 123, so 123 and a half, so we need 24.
So you're
plus
just
86.
hoping in this game that a tight end doesn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, basically. And you're hoping that Ramondre Stevenson doesn't score 2. Even if he does
It's
score
cool.
2, though, we'd still be under the 123 and a half.
I do like the under.
I think it's fun. It's fun.
Although late, tight end touchdown to screw this all up.
But tight end touchdown early is going to screw it all up. Like if a
potentially not.
tight end scores a touchdown in this game, or not even.
Hey, all of a sudden we have another low-scoring football game. You're not cheering for points after that. If a tight end scores the first touchdown of the game, you're hoping that's just field goals the rest of the way.
Let's take the under.
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, let's go on the under. All right, because you can set it over. All right, again, we'll get a booster because it's we should be able to get this to
I just got. Which one's
close to plus 100.
Is that novelties?
It's under
novelties.
novelty specials.
So combined of all, and I think they put up the other play in there. Fine, I think both plays are in there now.
Oh, okay.
Grandest and.
So what's this number 5?
So Super Bowl play of the day 5. We want combined jersey numbers.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch sitting around in here. Both
number
of
4 there?
both of the grandest plays are up. And Super Bowl play of the day 4. That's what headwear will bet.
Oh, sorry, it's two up there.
2 is back. Super
Okay,
Bowl
sweet.
play of the day 2. Any 2-point conversion attempt. Plus 152. I didn't remember being at such a sweet
It's
number.
plus 150 straight up.
Oh, no,
or 140
okay.
straight up.
All right, so there we go. All right, so before Super Bowl, use your game sense, set a budget for what you want to play with, and then slide on over and visit our page. We're going to continue to populate it. And then, of course, on Friday, special 2-hour big game lock shop preview. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very much looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. All right, if you're watching over on YouTube, you can chime in the comments, hammer the thumbs up. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, please tell your technologically impaired friends how easy it is to download the free app and click play, and then it'll just start loading up every time that they open it up. All right, that'll do it for the Super Bowl play of the day today. We haven't talked about the CFL free agency yet. I think the Double E did pretty well. I view it. I kind of broke it down like this when I was thinking about talking about here. Carney is an upgrade on Ceresna. Powell is an upgrade on Ford. And Mack and Robustelli, I believe, are upgrades on Dunbar and Gittin combined.
Yeah.
Right? So they've upgraded. Like every one of their moves, there hasn't been a sideways move. I think every one of their moves has been a pretty significant upgrade, actually. So, I mean, I don't know if this means that they're going to be significantly better, but I think you have to really like what Herv has done in the last 24 hours. And obviously for a little time before that, trying to work these deals out.
There's like a couple signings within the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think he was a little more, spent more than I expected this offseason. I didn't think we would see the Malik, like a Carney, that money spent on the defensive line, especially with him keeping Robbie
the
Smith.
salary cap by $200,000.
Yeah, no, I didn't think there'd be money for 3 offensive linemen. I'm wondering which offensive lineman is out. Is Ivy done? Is Ivy going to be gone here?
Woodmansey plays. Trying to think back to the Ticats
I'll pull up
last year.
their last game.
Do you have their last depth chart?
Let me take a look here.
I'm trying to think because was Murray a left tackle? I can't remember. I think he was their backup.
You're not bringing in 3 guys to only start one of them.
No, I thought 2 of these guys will be starting.
So, and we know Gregor McKellar's not coming back. So
and which one of them? Woodmansey's the Canadian?
Let me double check.
Yeah, Woodmansey's the Canadian.
Okay. Last game, Ace Final. We'll use that one. I don't know if there's any injuries to this one. He was center.
Woodmansey?
Yep.
Okay.
Murray was a left tackle.
So Murray was the left tackle, yeah. He got ejected from that game.
And who's the other guy?
Bordner.
Is he on an injured list?
Maybe he wasn't injured.
He was on the one game. So if I go, I'm going to click Labor Day just to add another one in here and see what we've got. Woodsmansey was a center. Bordner was the left tackle. So they swapped
So
spots.
Murray and
for-
Bordner both played
for
left tackle.
So that's
that's not great news for Ivy.
so he goes out there. Woodmansey, where's he going to slot? Is he going to go? He's going to have to go to the right guard slot unless Beard moves over there. It depends who you think is the better center.
But Cordy, Woodmansey, and Beard will be your.
It's funny they have 3 centers on this team.
Yeah, I guess. But so the guys usually don't play center and then go out to play tackle, so they would be the guards.
No, that's what I'm saying. But Cordy went to the left guard spot.
Yeah.
I'm assuming then Woodmansey or Beard's going to go to the right guard spot, or Cordy goes to the right guard spot and they go to the left guard spot.
Yeah,
one of those
would
two.
be the 3 guys in the middle.
Carter O'Donnell's going to move to the right tackle spot.
He'll be right tackle, and then you use Murray and Bordner as your left tackle.
So Martez Ivy has to be gone.
Oh yeah, they still have Ivy too.
And then 2 years ago he was the best offensive lineman in the CFL. Last year struggled a little bit more. That left tackle spot though, it's like you're not bringing in 3 guys, and somebody has to go. So I was just surprised that there was 3
Well, but
offensive linemen.
you could just have 7 good offensive linemen.
So you signed 2 offensive linemen to be backups?
Yeah, I'll say this: they're both hell of a lot better than the backups they've had rolling in the last few years.
Sure,
which is important.
The money Ivy's getting though is pretty pricey, and you just gave. I think one of these other guys got decent money,
but.
So I just hope the cap works out there. That's all.
Well, I would I don't think they have any of their big needs to fill now. So Herb must know that he can afford this.
Well, I think the only spot that's open is who's in the secondary in Kobe Williams' spot.
Yeah, but you could find a guy in camp.
Sure.
Maybe.
That's the only hole that I see right now that I don't know who I would position in a spot there. And I still hope Kobe Williams comes back because I thought he was really good for this team last year. They don't have, to me, a true number 2. I think they have 4 number 3s. But that, I think, is great going into camp and going, somebody earned the number 2 spot. Somebody earned being the second guy who's going to get the ball after Austin Mack. Robistelli, Julian Grant, Victor, and Olaire. I think those 4 guys, it's somebody go earn the number 2 spot.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, Robistelli would have a leg up on the other guys, but it's a new connection, new offense. Hasn't played with Cody.
I think Julian Grant's numbers look better.
Oh yeah, Julian Grant. Yeah, I don't know. He just pissed me off so many times last year with huge drops.
But then he'd come back and he'd have huge catches. And Robistelli had like 3 really good games last year, and then beyond that, like even Luke
he was in a pretty deep receiving group,
right? And Luke was talking about he was a guy that with drops. He was a guy that had a few drops. But I like that. I do like the idea though that there's just a competition. You want to be the number 2 guy. Austin Mack's the number 1. We know that. Who's going to get the ball after Austin Mack? And in camp, go earn it. And if you don't produce through the first few games, somebody else will get the ball. So I do like that part. So
I hope they feed Austin Mack too. I hope you don't bring him in here and giving Julian Grant 9 targets a game. Like, feed Austin Mack.
There's a lot to like. I didn't think I would see Ed spend as much, but clearly we don't know the cap situation, so we don't know how much that they have. And Malik Carney, I think, just bolsters this D-line. As long as they can continue a rotation, I think that's when they're at their best. And we'll see where they go. Jalen Garnes' restructure was a good one.
Carney's good in all aspects. He can run stop. He can pass rush. He's excellent. Good pickup. Yeah, Jalen Garnes restructuring his deal, getting an extra year out of it. Because he played cover linebacker and then safety last year.
Yeah, right? I think started safety and then moved, or was it Logan Jr. that moved from safety? He moved around. I think Logan Jr. started as a linebacker, went back, and then came back because he wasn't as good.
But Garnes did play both positions.
Because they swapped at one point.
Yeah.
But
so you got a couple of options.
You got to like J.J. Ross and Terrell Ford on the sides, the corners. Cordell Jackson was their best defender last year.
Yeah,
you got
Garnes can play safety.
You got Royce Metier hopefully coming back at some point this season healthy.
Yeah. Actually, if Metier can come back, he's a safety. And then Garnes can fill in where Kobe Williams was.
Unless somebody's already performing there and you don't need him. And it's just depth.
Well, all in all, I think if you're an Elks fan, it was a pretty exciting day yesterday. I would be surprised if there's anything of significance still coming. Feel like they probably tapped themselves out here. But this is also why we need CFLpedia.com so we can see where they would be at the cap space so we could still go out and be like, okay, go sign this guy. He's still available.
Yeah, update it for agency like after 2 days or something. Because then if you update it after every move, we could kind of figure out how much the player's making. And you can see that the PA might not want that.
We usually find out what they're making.
We only find the high-end ones necessarily. Yeah. But break it. So give me the cap. Give me how much you're spending offense, defense, special teams.
What do you think of Trey Ford landing in the Hammer?
It's a great spot for him.
From he's at home?
No, don't care about that.
No.
It's if you're going to be a starting quarterback in this league, you're learning from Bo Levi Mitchell, who's an all-time great.
More importantly, Milanovic.
And you also have Scott Milanovic, who's an excellent offensive mind. That if you can't do it with that in this situation, then you are for sure not a starting
If
quarterback.
Milanovic can't get you on track, then you're probably not going to get
It's
on
not
track.
there. So I think it's a great spot for him. We shall see. Bo was healthy last year. And we were trying to. He didn't miss a game.
He
did he?
lost a bunch of his offensive line, though. No, he played them all last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Bo goes
He
down,
took like every snap last year, I think.
but so I don't think you'd expect a lot from him for next year. But for Hamilton, it's interesting that Hamilton was high on Taylor Powell 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where he was the starter. Bo got benched, and if it wasn't for the Elks knocking out Taylor Powell, he was the starting quarterback for a little bit.
A little bit. I think they would have got back to Bo eventually.
Unless Taylor Powell was performing.
Yeah.
And now they let Taylor Powell go. They bring in Trey, and the Elks let Trey go, and they bring in Taylor Powell, which is something you spoke about at point last year. You were saying the idea of Taylor Powell as a guy that you're interested in for Edmonton.
I just think that of all the backups in the league, which one has the most potential as a future everyday starter? And from what I was told by people around the league, undoubtedly the answer is Powell. So I think it's a great spot for Powell to be in here because Cody's probably only got a year left.
Or two.
Maybe two.
He told Reed and Jay that if there's unfinished business, he'd be open to coming back again.
But, I mean, so if they don't win a Grey Cup, he's coming back?
What if they lose in the West Final?
Yeah, maybe. But
that would
think,
piss me off as a starter. Like, no, I need to go get this
But
Grey
Bo just signed for 2 more years.
Yeah.
Like if you're Powell and you're looking, what's my best path to becoming a starter as soon as possible?
So why not Ottawa?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ottawa, unless you think like Edmonton is closer to winning. That
Who did Ottawa go get?
They got Jake Mayer.
Oh yeah, they got Mayer.
That was
the backup
after.
Drew Brown. Yeah.
And Drew Brown, you just know is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So if you're the backup there, you're going to start at some point this season.
Yeah.
But you might
Drew
look
Brown
at the rest of the team
Band-Aid.
and say, you want to know something? I'm not going to win necessarily this year, that I'm going to be looked poorly upon. Whereas if I go to Edmonton, if something happens to Cody and I go in, I have a nice group to play with that I could show what I can do.
Well, and I think Powell gives the Elks the plan at quarterback now post Cody Fajardo, which I don't think Trey. I think they tried that with Trey. It wasn't going to work. He needed a fresh start. He'll go somewhere else. We'll see if it clicks for him.
It's interesting. BC and Hamilton were both interested in Trey. You have 2 really good offensive minds in Scott.
Yeah,
Milanovic
I wonder if
and Buck
BC.
Pierce.
I wonder how much a BC thing was that he's a Canadian behind a Canadian.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't impact your ratio in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know. I don't think Trey ever starts a full season in the CFL.
That's fine, but I
just don't
Buck
think he
Pierce
will.
and Scott Milanovic were interested in him as a backup quarterback.
I know, but
And the
I don't-
Canadian
I don't-
doesn't make
I
any
don't-
sense because there is no racial rule with the quarterback.
oh yeah, that's a good point.
That's why that doesn't make any sense. So, like, if there is nothing,
I
in
know
Trey,
you're a big Trey guy, but I don't see it.
But
man.
if there's nothing in Trey, then he wouldn't have signed. Why would you sign him?
yeah,
when you're these
these
minds-
guys might think they can talk him into using athleticism with some gimmick packages, but he
wouldn't have
won't do
signed
it.
that. Well, so then he wouldn't have signed the contract. That would have been told ahead of time.
No,
So
he might have said, "Yeah, I'll do that now." To get a contract.
Or maybe there's 2 offensive minds going, we can build something here. He's the same age as Taylor Powell. What have you seen from Taylor Powell to show that this guy is a future starter?
What I know is that I've talked to people around the league who think Taylor Powell is going to be a long-time starter in the CFL.
Sure.
And I haven't heard anybody say that Trey Ford's going to be a long-time starter in the CFL.
No, but you have Buck Pierce and Scott Milanovic want this guy.
Well, who else do they have on their depth chart? Like,
Well, you could have went and got Taylor Powell if you're the BC Lions.
Is
You could have
Ford an
got
upgrade on 50-year-old Jeremiah Mazzoli? Yeah, he probably is. Is he an upgrade on Chase Bryce, who they never, ever, ever really let do anything? Yes, he probably is. And then who else do the Ticats have?
Well, they had Taylor Powell, so
Yeah.
So they could have worked out a deal.
I think Powell. No, I think Powell was ready to go somewhere where he's going to start. I know.
Well, then it could have been Ottawa,
I
but
just don't think Trey Ford's got it, man. Like,
that's fine. I guess we'll
incredibly
find
athletic,
out.
but
You were also the same guy that thought Puljujärvi was going to be a player.
we're bringing that into this.
And what did he do
My
when he
goodness,
left?
the better comparison would have been I liked Cornelius.
Yeah, okay. Well, I could go any of those.
I'll say I still like Cornelius more than Ford. I would have loved to have seen Cornelius with a different
And did he
coaching
ever?
staff.
Did any team want him as a backup quarterback?
No,
Exactly.
which I don't understand.
Exactly.
I think the Ticats looked at Trey and were like, local guy, bring him in, see if we can use his athleticism. But he's just not going to sit back. I know. Whatever. We can move on.
You're not Scott Milanovich.
No, I'm not Scott Milanovich. But sorry, Matty. I just don't think.
Well, you don't have to be sorry to me. We're going to find out.
No, that's the thing. I don't think we will find out. I think if Bo Levi Mitchell gets hurt, the Ticats season is over.
Okay, but well, then you will find out. That's finding out.
But we already found that out here. He started here and their season's over.
Because I stand by, like Paul Lapalisse on with Jay after that BC Lions loss said they're not using Trey. They're not building offense for Trey. That's what Paul Lapalisse said.
Yeah, but what's the offense for Trey?
As he pointed out,
he doesn't have to throw from the pocket ever.
As he said, we never saw once a designed run from Trey Ford. So you immediately made him just a pocket quarterback. And when you have a player like this that needs development, maybe build an offense around his strengths and slowly build him up. Which is like Lamar Jackson. I'll point this out. Go look at his first season with the Baltimore Ravens. He didn't pass much. He wasn't a pocket quarterback. That was a running football team, and they evolved him. Now, Trey's never going to be Lamar, but why not build something like that? It never happened. Wait till an OC. So that's 3 OC.
I don't think Trey wants to be the running quarterback. He's said multiple times, he wants to be a passing quarterback.
Right, but
he's not.
But to build him into that passing quarterback, you have to let him run occasionally, or you have to design plays to have him run.
I don't think he wanted to do that. You don't think Max Simic wanted to run Trey Ford?
You're going to tell me that Trey Ford sat there and says, I don't want a single designed run play, QB draw. No chance.
Man, he didn't want to be that guy.
There's difference between just being a scrambling quarterback, just running, and a designed run or two in an offense.
I also don't think you can run him because he'll get hurt.
Okay, that's a different thing.
One of his big runs a couple years ago got hurt.
But
again,
I go back to Paul Lapp, one of the better offensive coordinators we ever saw in this league. Even this season said he saw Trey Ford and he didn't see them build an offense properly for him. I'm going to trust some of those offensive minds.
I think it's tough to build an offense for a guy who can't throw down the field from the pocket, which he can't.
Because you got to let him develop that a bit.
But who's going to let him? Who's going to have time to let him develop?
Well,
it's going to be a losing season.
Okay, but back to my thing here is to allow that to happen, you got to let him use his legs so that there's less pressure on that pocket. But you need an offensive coordinator who's willing to take that and a head coach who's willing to do that. No one has been willing to do that.
I don't think Milanovich will be willing to do that either, though.
Okay, we'll find out.
Milanovich has worked with like elite passing quarterbacks most of his career.
And once again, we will find out. But Scott Milanovich wanted him. Buck Pierce was interested in him.
I think Ford is your Puljujärvi. I really do.
That's fine. We will find out.
Big Uke says Dusty Trey is a peacock. You got to let him fly. You let him fly, and they started 1-6.
It wasn't 1-6. It was 1-4.
1-4.
And
what were they when he lost the job?
1-4.
Coming off a bye. That was 5 games too many.
He also played. Like there was the Winnipeg game, he played well.
You always got excuses. He is your Puljujärvi.
No,
that's exactly. I always come up with excuses for a guy when deep down inside you know he doesn't have it.
Max Simic didn't even want to run Rankin. That comes from Dykstra 9013. So we saw that too. He played bad against Montreal. The whole team did. He played awful in that last game against BC. Beat Ottawa. Played well against Winnipeg. It wasn't him that lost that football game.
Did he have a fair shot here?
It was the closest to a fair shot. Yeah, he had a fair shot here where he could have won games. I also still think, though, that they didn't use him properly. I think both are
I'm not going to fully disagree with you on that. But I also don't know if there was a willingness for him to be used like you wanted him to be used.
Okay, then he needs to go because he's not being used properly. But I think we have a different idea of what that means. I don't think he should just you use him just to run the entire time, but I think you can design one or two running plays for Trey Ford. And I don't think he would have been a guy that would be like, yeah, I don't want to run at all.
I mean, there was a lot of plays last year that wouldn't have been designed for a run that he could have run on and he didn't run. He was trying to throw it.
Okay, but then the flip side.
I'm like, why aren't you just taking off, man? You're insane.
Okay, flip side. What if the coaches told him we don't want you can't run at all. We don't want that. Did you ever think that it could have come from coaching? No, you got to stay in that pocket.
The coach said, no, but even sometimes when he was out of the pocket, you're like, just run, man. There's 10 yards here. And he would throw it. And you're like,
maybe coaches said, we don't want you running. We want you to throw that football. Jordan McSinn was a guy that didn't run Justin Rankin enough throughout this first part of the season.
I don't think anybody wants Trey to throw the football. I think you want him to run the football.
Maybe because they're going, we don't want you running because we need you to learn how to pass. We want you passing that football.
You were about a year and a half away from from Trey in Switzerland wrapping up.
No,
and then you're just like watching highlights, be like,
I have no problem saying if he's not the quarterback, he's not the quarterback. I would just like to see him in an offense with an offensive coordinator building an offense around his strengths. And that is yet to happen in his career.
The thing is,
I'm not saying he's going to absolutely go off. I'm not saying that he absolutely will be a great quarterback with that. I want to see what that is. That I have not seen and no one has seen. No one can tell me that we've seen an offense built around the strengths of Trey Ford. And I don't care, in this point, I don't care whether Trey wants it or not. I don't care whether the coaches want it. That part doesn't matter to me. The reality is the strengths of Trey Ford and an offense built around that we have not seen. I don't care about the rationale.
I don't know if there's multiple strengths. I think his ability to run is his strength, and there's not much else there.
We've seen some pretty good passes from him.
I mean, a lot of the balls are it's not, he doesn't have a great arm, man.
Okay, Cody Fajardo has an underthrown ball. He doesn't have a great deep ball.
Cody's got great anticipation. I don't think we really saw that from Trey. Now, that could be something that comes with time.
Absolutely. He's 27. Yeah. Taylor Powell's 27.
Yeah.
They're the exact same age. You think one's already anointed the next quarterback of the Edmonton Elks.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And the other one you're saying is completely out of the league.
I didn't say he's completely out of the league.
Well, yeah, you say
I'm just saying it's going to be tough to design an offense around him. He needs to be able to throw the ball more accurately from the pocket down the field.
I think Dave Campbell had it best with him. Let me pull up what Dave Campbell said.
Okay, I've got a good line that I've used for Trey too, which I think is the best one. But what did Dave say?
Well, I got to go find it quickly.
Okay, here, I'll say mine then. I've said it multiple times. Trey Ford does things that nobody else in the league can do athletically. But he can't do things that every other quarterback can do that starts. And until he can start to do some of those things, it's just not going to work.
He was better than Chris Streveler. Can't say no one else.
No, I'm talking starters.
He was a starter this year.
Worst winning percentage in the league as a starter. It's not something you put on a resume.
Who?
Trey.
Taylor Cornelius had a worse starting record.
No, I'm talking this year. You leave Cornelius out of this.
He had the worst
Cornelius had a wicked arm.
Trey provided fans with some very thrilling moments. I didn't feel he was put in the best position to succeed from day one. Ed Hervey and the current regime did the one thing the previous regime failed to do, and that's be honest with Trey and treat him with dignity. I look forward to seeing Trey land somewhere soon and continue his journey.
So we just all agree Chris Jones ruined this thing?
He did.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I'm not going to not, but I also don't know if anybody figures it out.
It should have started. It should have been, instead of MBT, they should have had Trey Ford, and they should have brought in like a Dane Evans or something to be a solid backup quarterback. That's how it should have went. And we will find out what happens now over the next couple of years with Hamilton.
We shouldn't have brought up Trey Ford. It took 25
You brought him
minutes.
up. I don't have interest in it. I don't care.
I brought him up. I thought about you being like, it's good in Hamilton. And then, yeah.
No, you're the one that kept going off on him.
Well, I just don't think he's going to be a starter in the league.
And I disagree with that. I think there's still a potential for it there. I wouldn't close the door yet. I'm not also saying it's a guarantee.
It's going to be very interesting if Bo does get banged up.
Yeah.
Do we know who their third quarterback is? That will, I mean, we're not going to have time for really anything, but what...
can we build a quick parlay?
Yeah, probably. There's 10 games tonight in the NHL. We can look at it quickly.
Team, roster, quarterback. Well, this isn't updated at all. It has Taylor Powell on their team. Is Jake Dolagala?
Oh, Dolagala's their short yardage guy.
We said that Winnipeg today. I thought he was in Winnipeg still.
Is Dolagala on their roster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a short
but they also
yardage
have Taylor Powell because it's not updated from the free agents aren't free agents officially yet.
Okay,
so.
yeah.
And who's
Dolegala? Because Dolegala just re-signed there. I just saw his name pop up in the last 2 weeks. They must have re-signed him.
But then who's back up in Winnipeg?
Terry Wilson and Strevler. That was their three.
Well,
guys.
Strevler's not signed.
No, but Terry Wilson was the other one. Unless he's not signed either. But that was their three guys last year.
Yeah, well, I haven't looked at them, but yeah, okay, there it is.
Big Dave says, I don't disagree with Matty, but Trey came on this station last offseason and said he was having meetings with the OC and they were building a playbook together. I think Trey has the potential, but he's got to develop and he has to be willing to learn. And Pat in the county texted in and says, Matty, blink twice and I'll help you save your family members from Trey's basement. That's a funny text, Matty. You got to give us that.
Was that ever sent to you for Yesapul Yarvi
Not
from
that
him?
one exactly.
Did he ever send that one to you? Huh? It's just funny that the guy who's like Yesapul Yarvi all over is ripping on me.
Yeah, but this is different.
Why?
Because the quarterback is a quarterback. Yes, Pugliarvi was a winger who just had to be part of the system. You wanted to build a whole thing around Trey Ford.
You wanted him playing around on Connor McDavid's wing. Guy couldn't produce.
Actually, he scored 15 goals one year.
This is also from the guy.
That was in a shorter time.
This is also a guy that thinks LeBron's better than Jordan.
Hey, that's it. Show's over. I could sit here and do that all day. My God, be careful with that.
6 rings.
Yeah, nothing without Phil Jackson. Couldn't win anything without Phil Jackson. LeBron won titles with 3 different coaches.
But with 2 other superstars. You can't do it without superstars.
Always needs the superstars,
Always
right?
needs 2 superstars.
Kyrie Irving,
Michael
Kevin
Jordan.
Love.
You guys,
Chris
you guys are delusional.
Dwayne Wade,
Delusional.
Anthony
Michael Jordan
Davis.
had Scottie Pippen. That's it. Name someone else who was a
Hernan,
superstar.
I'm about to fire you. So he comes back, they lose to the Magic. He runs and gets Dennis Rodman to bring in like the best defender and maybe the best rebounder of all time, and then gets Tony Kukoc, who's a basketball Hall of Famer, to come over and be the best 6th man of a generation. You guys are both delusional.
How many NBA Finals losses does LeBron have, and how many does MJ have?
You know, Matty, please. Lock shop's over. We didn't even get a bet in today.
Yes, we did. We got the Super Bowl.
great on
Oh, yeah, we got the Super Bowl.
Great on the Trey Ford stuff.
Well, I mean, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle here.
Yeah, because he can throw from the pocket. We've seen him make great throws.
How many?
Okay, remember the last game of the 2024 season when he hit the 2 big bombs at the end of the game that you called against Toronto? Like,
he was great in that
that's
Calgary
not
game.
a fluke. One was to Gino down the sideline and then Zach Mathis in the end.
Now, were they great throws or was it 2 gigantic receivers going up and getting the ball? Like, how many times did he hit somebody in the seam down the middle?
Kevin Jones in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I remember that
touchdown.
one. In the pocket, stepped up, hit him in stride.
No. Look at his success in Hamilton. He's never lost, and he throws touchdowns. I'm not saying he's the greatest quarterback ever. I'm just saying
Matty is.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He can throw in the pocket.
James
is he the best at it? No.
LeBron James can't win with just one team. He has to jump around to build teams.
He started the super teams.
And he can't garbage. He just builds these super teams.
The Lakers had Kobe, Shaq, Karl Malone, and Gary Payton.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing here, you guys?
No.
All right.
Is LeBron even going to make are they doing anything
off
right now?
My God. All right, well, that's it for the Lock Shop today. We have the oil stream coming up next. We're going to dive into the Oilers pre-Skinner trade, post-Skinner trade, and we should know in 5 minutes if Pickard is if Pickard is on waivers.
He does not get claimed.
Whoa,
that's my prediction.
Yeah, you've been full of horrible takes the entire show.
You've been horrible takes for the entire time LeBron's been playing.
All right, for Matty Wannick, I'm Dustin Nielson. Stick around the oil stream. That's coming up next.